If you find yourself sitting at your house surrounded by all this curriculum and your child is over there crying or checked out, and you're sitting there wondering to yourself, am I even doing this right? Is she even learning anything? Am I the problem? I need you to hear me out on this one thing. Your kid is not behind. She's smart. He's smart. Just not in the way the system was built to recognize it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. But first, let me rewind for a minute, because I did not start this out trying to go on a crusade and figure any of this out. I started off trying to save my daughter's love for learning, to create a safe space for her to learn at her own pace and in her own way. That's it. That's all. And baby, I did not know what I was getting myself into. Like the first year, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. None. I was just winging it. I was like, this is her kindergarten year. It doesn't really count, right? Like, I can mess it up and still have time to fix it before the real schooling starts. You know? That is me? Okay. All right. Anyway, then I found a charter program, and I remember thinking, oh, thank God. Someone's going to give me a plan, and I'm going to have some structure, finally. And it did help for a minute. And I don't know if people share this enough or if this is just me, but I was 3 years in. 3. Going on 4. And I found myself going back to square one. But the thing about it was I learned something about myself this time. I now knew what I didn't want. I now knew that structure without vision is kind of empty. And without vision, the people perish. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, I started seeing myself. I started seeing my own loss of the love of learning. I started seeing my own gifts that I had as a kid that nobody named or and leaned into when I was growing up. I also started to realize that as her teacher, I started hyper-focusing on getting things done and trying to move along just so that we can stay on track. And that's the moment that this stopped trying to be about how do I homeschool my child and became something much deeper. Now, I know what you've tried already because I've tried them too. You've been in the free Facebook groups. You've been on all these other social media platforms, scrolling late at night, trying to find that one post that just makes it all click. You bought the curriculum bundle that everyone swears by. You know the one. The one that's got the really cute branding, the one that's supposed to be the answer, the way to do this homeschooling thing. That one. Or maybe some days you've just been winging it, making it up as you go and hoping that works out for the best. Here's the thing, none of that stuff ever told you. It never told you why your kid can sit and focus for an hour on one thing and completely fall apart the second you give them something else. It never told you why your kid lights up over here, but then she completely shuts down over there. None of what you've already tried told you that what you're experiencing with your child's attitude and behavior, what all of that actually means, or what you're supposed to do with it. Why? Because here's what nobody's saying. Most of us aren't homeschooling. We're guessing, blind. And you're not doing this because you're bad at this. It's because nobody ever gave you the map. So here it is. There's this thing called the 8 Great Smarts. I didn't make it up. I read about it in a book written by Dr. Kathy Cook. I'm going to try to remember to link it down below. But the second that I found this book, it was like somebody turned the light switch on. So basically, the idea is that being smart isn't just this one thing, this one way. It's not about how well you read or how fast you can do math or even how neat your handwriting is. There are actually 8 different kinds of smarts. Some kids are word smart, some are body smart, some are people smart or nature smart. There's a whole range of these things. And every single kid is walking around with their own unique mix of these. So, when your kid struggles with one thing but lights up with another, that's not her being difficult, and that's not you failing as a mom. That's just her telling you, loud and clear, which kind of smart she is. You just haven't had the tools to translate it yet. And I gotta be honest, this isn't just about the kids. When I found this, I started seeing myself too. I started seeing the things that I was actually good at, the things that nobody gave language for me growing up. So this isn't just a tool for figuring out your kid. This is a tool to understand the both of you. So if any part of this is speaking to you, if you've been sitting there wondering if you're the problem, or if you've been just guessing blind for way too long, I want you to know you're not behind either. You just didn't have the map yet. So I'm going to keep breaking this down one smart at a time so that you can actually start figuring out which ones are your kids. And really, which ones are yours too. So drop a comment, tell me, out of everything that we've talked about today, what do you think your kids' smarts are? Are body smart? Are they picture smart? Are they word smart? Let me know. And let me know which one you think you are too. And if you feel like this is for you, if this is where you are right now, then hit subscribe. Follow along because we're just getting started.